Hello, brother. Welcome to India. Welcome to Rajasthan.
Rated R for retarded.
So, this is Dominic Toretto. I just completed a 3,500 kilometer road trip through the entire length of India in a tuk-tuk. And if that was a good idea or not, I'll let you know. In this video, you will join Team GTA, one out of 65 brave teams who committed crossing India within 13 days no matter what. You will see what it actually means to drive with an average of 40 kilometers per hour for over 10 hours a day through various challenging landscapes. And I will show you how locals react to our ridiculous outfits and manly mustaches. If you are interested in joining the Rickshaw Run yourself, make sure you click the notifications button. I will shortly upload a video about the proper preparation and the real costs of this semi-organized adventure. Now lean back and enjoy the real-life mission of Grand Theft Adventure Desi Buys while appreciating the safety and comfort of your screen. How are you? Hey! Grand Theft Adventure! And don't forget, like, follow and subscribe my brother. What happens in India stays in India, right?
Except for herpes.
It's like, yeah, herpes, they come with you. Let's start with a really important question. How did we come up with such a stupid and irresponsible idea? So a couple of years ago, I met a bunch of guys diving, and while most of us got ourselves a boring office job, we've always looked out for little side quests to reunite the team. Earlier this year, this guy reached out to me and told me about a thing he came across, called the Rickshaw Run. An adventure that finally deserves the name. Raw, uncomfortable and dangerous. Not just a good old diving with some boring tiger sharks, but one that takes serious injuries into account and could literally cost your life. A couple of days later, we filled out the paperwork, applied for the visas on a government site that looked like built by scammers, and booked the flights. Since we submitted only 2 days before the deadline, we had to use ChatGPT to get a Miami Vice-inspired rickshaw design. We printed out some team shirts, organized fake international driver's licenses, and bought a shit ton of anti-diarrhea pills. 2 weeks later, we flew into the southern end of India, where we were given 2 days to learn how to drive a rickshaw and prepare ourselves as good as possible for the upcoming 3,500 kilometers on the road. Upon arrival, we had to register and were given our rickshaw, which looked way better than ever expected. 170, that's it.
Are you in love? I am in love. Are you in love? I'm in love too. I agree.
Luckily, our 7-horsepower racing machine had only 6,000 kilometers on the clock, which meant she had only been mistreated twice. While the mechanic showed us where the tools were stored, I just couldn't take my eyes off this beauty. In the meantime, the boys learned how to ride her in theory. A clutch, 4 gears, throttle and dodgy brakes, that's it. Time for a sound check and the first couple of meters on the road.
Clutch. Up. Gas. Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be as comfortable as it's gonna be.
Yeah, this is the 2 smallest guys in the back.
Look at the 2 guys in the front, man.
Fucking eye. Yeah. Yeah.
We had a couple of minutes to get used to the rickshaw, and then it was already time for the mechanical talk with Tony. He told us how to do an oil check, how to replace the air filter, and most important, how to change a tire properly. Whoa. Okay, that's dodgy. The afternoon we spent driving around with our friend, aka the Dodgy Fixer. He knew a bunch of dodgy people with even dodgier shops where you can buy anything. And if I say anything, I mean anything. We decided to get a pair of useless fans, which stopped working about 5 minutes into the trip, some leaky jerry cans for extra fuel, and some Need for Speed inspired underglow, which turned out to be the best $5 ever invested. The people couldn't help themselves but stare at us, and it made every dangerous night drive a lot more epic. Yeah, that's the brother. Although fixer, I love it. How you doing, brother?
Fine.
Fine, nice. You should come with us.
Yeah.
We need you. While the local artists finished up the last rickshaws, we somehow ended up in a local craft shop, where Bucky got convinced to buy an $800 carpet because... well, because better bread for you, my friend. Professional owner of a carpet, what do you say?
I say I'm not gonna get any new shirts for a while.
The next evening, we had a big Let's Do This party. Not only did we get a demonstration of what Indian curry can do to your belly, but we also got spoiled with some iconic Indian classics. That night, we met a lot of the 160 people who would be insane enough to partake in such an adventure. And we secretly took notes of who we thought could improve our survival chances and who to better stay away from. At the end, we got a quick demonstration of how they used to fight the Pakistanis before they had nuclear options. The night ended exactly as the next morning started, with a lot of noise. Most of the teams had put on their special outfits. Some went as strippers, some as chefs, and others just like back in Colorado. These two guys were absolute legends, and we will meet them again later in the trip. Before the flag off, we took the obligatory group picture and as a tradition tried to fit in as many people into one rickshaw as possible. Somewhere around 26 people were inside and on top of this little fella. The minutes before flagging off went pretty wild, but this is roughly what it looks like.
That's proper India. Driver's license, please. Driver's license. Yeah. Hold on, sir.
Hotel side of the ferry line.
Okay. Any famous last words? All the Kiwis.
Here you can see a massive 455 horsepower out of 13-liter combined engine displacement in action.
My taxi! Jump in! Jump in! Let's go! Fuck, we drove 2 minutes and then it's Ferrytime. I love it. I like the music, man. I fucking love it. Three-wheeler load.
Thank you. And this is one of the dodgy ferries that we're gonna take. Fucking nice.
20 minutes. Oh yeah, that's what I imagined. Hello, see you on the ferry.
While over half of the teams planned to go inland first, we thought it would be very clever to go straight north, because that is where the final destination was. What we didn't know is that the road ended 3 minutes later and we had to take a 20-minute ferry ride with 15 other teams.
Come on the Rickshaw Run, and now we've gone straight to a boat and got off the rickshaws.
I love it, man. 2 minutes of driving, totally worth it, and then get a 20. But
you know what it is? It's time for a break, yeah.
Yeah. And I love it. Like the other guys just take a fucking detour inland, like 100 kilometers. Yeah, fucking idiots, man. It's north, man. It's fucking north.
Follow the coast.
20 minutes later, the real race was on. This time, we had to do it the Fast and Furious style. No granny shifting, just double clutching and full throttle. After driving on the main road for a couple of hours, we decided to take the more scenic route directly on the coast and ventured off into the little back roads where the driving is dodgy but the landscape is beautiful. Looking at the fancy houses and the beautiful scenery, I was not really surprised that the state of Kerala was communist. They had big money coming in from somewhere.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go, hold on.
Hold this for a second. Oh.
As you can see in here, sometimes it is just quicker to reverse the rickshaw by jumping out and pushing it. The best thing about traveling in a rickshaw is that it is so small that it fits in any little trail. The disadvantage, on the other hand, is that it has very limited off-road capabilities.
Anything, he's gonna fuck it up. We gotta push it out, but
As I win it, it's just like poop.
yeah, I wanna see it. Can you spin it? Yeah, boy, keep going. You're digging yourself in. I love it. See you guys.
While a lot of other teams had already major breakdowns or even shattered windshields because they forgot to pull the handbrake on a hill, Team Grand Theft Adventure only had to fight with a minor case of diarrhea and the side effect of going viral on Indian social media. We followed this truck with a lot of guys in the back for quite a while, and whenever we passed them, they were quite excited. At some point, we stopped for a quick snack, and out of a sudden, one of them spotted us and jumped out of the driving vehicle. A couple of seconds later, his friends did the same thing, and we ended up taking funny videos together.
Hey, you jumped from the truck. Oh, sorry. Nice.
Since I'm not afraid of embarrassing myself, I went along with a lovely vibe, although I have no idea what exactly I'm saying in this video. It went viral and got well over 700,000 views.
These guys pulled us over earlier just to take selfies with us.
If you by any chance speak Hindu and know what I'm saying or singing, please let me know in the comments. The first couple of days went by like this. Beautiful jungle sections alternated with breathtaking beaches, palm trees, and friendly local encounters.
We don't have that.
We're not, I don't know if you realize, not Indian. I mean, not from here. Tourist.
Dude, fuck it. Let's just go.
Oh yeah.
On day 4, I booked a hotel inside a gigantic construction site which had the most insane view.
I get really good at booking things on the fly. Can't believe that. Like, I mean, it's still a construction site, so that's the funny thing. Maybe that's why it was a little bit cheaper, but have a fucking look at this. Oh my god. Bah.
After having recharged our batteries at the magical waterfalls, we left the communist state of Kerala. We headed towards the hippie state of Goa, where we wanted to meet up with a bunch of the other teams. On our way towards the ocean, we spotted another rickshaw, which we decided to chase and overtake on the wrong side.
Ciao!
So long, gay boys!
Although Goa was full of white hippie girls, the general vibe was really nice, and they had cows chilling on the beach, something that in 8 years of travel I've never seen before. We decided to jump into the waves before we headed out to have dinner and a couple of beers with the other madman.
Hanging out with the boys in the morning. Holy cow.
Despite the hangover the next morning, we decided to leave Goa really early to make some meters and get ahead of the other alcoholics. As India was experiencing an extreme heat wave in April 2025, we quickly found out that the first hours of the morning were our friends. Not only did the golden light make everything look much more cinematic, but it also helped keeping our little engine cool. We knew that at some point, in order to gain distance, we had to suck it up and spend an entire day on a boring highway. That's why we decided to take our last detour to the nearby mountains. And as you will see in a couple of moments, we didn't get disappointed by the landscape.
You get a cow there. Like, I don't know, randomly eating trash. Classic. Nope. Yeah, that's India. It's not too bad.
Despite being such a spiritual country, they more often than not seem to care little about the environment. Since engine overheating is the #1 cause of rickshaws to fail, every hour we had to do a quick stop to let the engine cool off.
How do you help the engine to cool down? You gotta do the "huak-tu" and spit on that thing.
That day, somehow we arrived much earlier than expected. We decided to treat ourselves a bit and booked a nice resort with an awesome manager who introduced himself as "I am a son of a gun." What a fucking legend. We used the afternoon to go for a little hike where we got ambushed by a bunch of monkeys. And I'm not talking about the kids. Little did we know that the following day we nearly ended up fighting 10 Indian guys and a woman at a toll gate. It all started with us more or less sneaking through one of these toll stations. We've done it 100 times, and in India there's an extra line for motorbikes and tuk-tuks because they don't have to pay the toll fee. We suddenly found ourselves on an empty 4-lane expressway to Mumbai. It looked a bit weird because there was no one else, but as we passed the motorbike with 3 dodgy dudes on it, we thought we were on the right track.
Come on! Come on, we can do it! Oh yeah, oh it's blinking!
RPM limit! RPM limit!
RPM limit!
We gotta get in!
Nice.
That's it. That's all she's got.
The highway was so empty that we swerved across 4 lanes for kilometers and even stopped at some point completely to take a picture standing sideways on the highway.
Man, we're just fucking alone on the highway. I can't believe this. It's pretty funny. We're the kings of the highway!
We drove around 20 kilometers and even the highway patrol didn't seem to mind us. We tried to exit at the next toll gate where the motorbike went out as well. We got stopped by a lady who yelled at us in an angry Indian dialect and signaled us that we were not allowed to exit and had to wait for her supervisor.
What's the current situation, Mike?
Apparently we're not on this road, but there's a tractor. There's literally a
Scooter, fucking
Tractor right there.
and a scooter there, but we're not allowed
We're
to
not
pass
allowed.
this little toll gate.
So we're told we need to now turn around and go the opposite direction of travel in traffic because
on the highway,
on the
because that
highway,
is the
on the
safest?
expressway
Yes.
that has 120 kilometer per hour speed limit,
And obviously no one speaks English, so
and they don't know how to use Google Translate.
Bucky and me were up for a little fuck around, while Tex was slightly stressed out at some point.
Tex is over it. He wants to spend.
It's a fucking euro.
It's a fucking exactly. It's about the principle. What do you say, Bucky? We can't let them away. It's a principle, bro.
They
It's
want
a
to drive
principle.
back into traffic and
On the wrong way because he's.
Okay, come. I have money.
The first 120 rupees of bribing at an official station.
In the end, we got away with bribing the guy with $1.50. He kept on driving on a normal highway towards the the vegetarian state of Rajasthan, where the grass is dry and the air is hot. If you've enjoyed the trouble-free version of traveling India with its beautiful landscapes, friendly locals, and without any major problems so far, you may consider stopping your video consumption right here. The second part of the video might show you a different, more authentic side of the road trip, and can only be recommended for people who want to see what real adventures outside of the bright Instagram algorithm look like.
Somehow
This
we
is-
magically entered into fucking Middle East.
Yeah, that's a different India, man. That doesn't sound good. No bueno.
quiet we've had like the entire trip.
Yo, you just